Alright, so at the North American International Auto Show, Ford unveiled the new Shelby GT500, and the car looks good. But the unveiling event itself was, I'll just show you. Okay, so this might have been one of the worst unveiling events for such a high-performance car I have ever seen. I don't know who or like what marketing department came up with this whole thing and thought that this would be a good unveiling for the GT500, but they need to be reprimanded or fired or put in jail. I felt like I was watching a Microsoft event. But yeah, let's just get into it. Immediately, right off the bat, they lost me. They lost me at these stupid TikTok, Apple, Animoji avatar things. No one actually thinks that these things are cool. They were cool for like a month. Like, if that. Not even. It's just a cringy marketing technique that pretty much every company under the sun has been trying to hop on, and I'm sorry, if you actually use these things unironically on a regular basis, you have no taste in life. Let's keep going.
Well, Joy, if you're ready to race, first thing we have to do is pick a GT500, and we have some great choices. But I have to warn you, I've been driving a Mustang since I've been 15.
Yeah, with no license, no insurance, right, Jim? You know, I didn't start driving until I was street legal, but I'll take my chances.
What does that mean? Like, what is happening? Why is this happening? Let me get this straight here. They're trying to trash talk each other or something. And she thinks that because she legally got her license, she's a better driver than Jim Farley, even though he clearly just stated that he has more experience driving Mustangs than her. I don't know.
Our first choice is a great 67, the first year of the GT500, and it's in that beautiful original Shelby color scheme.
You know, or I could go with the 1968 GT500 KR. It has even more power than the 67.
Does it, though? Because as you just showed on the 20-foot by 40-foot giant screen, it clearly doesn't.
That's right, the king of the road. We even have the last original Shelby GT500 from 1969 to choose from, and we have even a cooler one to choose.
Wow, it's a GT500 mystery car. Let's unlock it and see what it can do.
Wow, it's a GT500 mystery car. At this point, I feel like this would work if it were marketing towards either 8-year-olds or crossover buyers. If this were a crossover, that it's not. It's a GT500. You can kind of see where I'm going with this, as this ain't really working. But, all right, so you have 2 players, but 1 car. Yeah, all right. Makes about as much sense as everything else. During this sequence, they had to drive around the city. You know, this action music, max slides. That's definitely the best thing they should be marketing with a Mustang is oversteer. They started playing this late 80s action movie music, and they had a helicopter come lift up the Mustang because helicopters mean action, and this car is about action, right? They had the Mustang get dropped down from the ceiling via suspension cables because obviously a helicopter just picked it up and dropped it into the building. Alright, so now Jim Farley actually starts talking about the car, and it doesn't really go uphill much from here.
Ford performance team that won Le Mans. They poured their heart and soul into.
Alright, so it's the same Ford performance team that designed the Ford GT for Le Mans. That's a good thing.
It delivers more than 700 horsepower through a dual clutch transmission that changes gears in less than 100 milliseconds. So this GT500 can go 0 to 60 in the mid 3-second range.
Hey guys, did you see the new Ford unveiling for the Shelby GT500? Yeah, it's pretty sick. I'm sorry, I'm just being mean at this point.
At under 11 seconds. That's as much power as our actual brand new NASCAR Mustang race cars. But this.
So he says it has over 700 horsepower, will do a quarter mile in under 11 seconds, and has a 0 to 60 time of the mid 3-second range. Apparently all that adds up to being as much power as the actual Ford Mustang NASCAR. How much over 700 horsepower does it have? I don't know. What's the actual 0 to 60 time? I don't know. What's the quarter mile time? Also, cliffhanger. They're unveiling the car, but they're not actually giving out specs. I know they know the specs, they're just not mentioning them. Not exactly the best tactic in my opinion.
GT500 is so much more than just a 0 to 60 performance car.
Well, I would
It has
hope,
the
I mean, it's
dynamics
supposed to be a
you would
track-focused
expect
car, is it
from
not?
the team that won Le Mans, Ford Performance. And the styling also delivers on that Detroit swagger and has the most downforce ever in a Mustang.
How much downforce? Again, not available.
So it's time to embarrass some supercars at a Ford price.
Although we don't know which supercars because we don't know how much power and how fast it actually is. And as far as the Ford price goes, I'm seeing this thing over 90 grand. Well over 90 grand.
This kicks off the freshest, strongest lineup of new trucks, utilities, electric vehicles, and performance vehicles we've ever delivered. And they're coming in the next 24 months. So, thank you for the opportunity to share just a glimpse of some of the great vehicles that are coming soon.
Then he just segued it right into the rest of their development. Their crossovers, hybrids, utility trucks, all things of that nature. Not exactly the kind of unveiling I would expect for a Shelby GT500. I mean, let's just look at the Shelby GT350 unveiling for comparison. This man rips a burnout onto the stage, revs the engine, whips a 180, and then drives it up on stage. That's how you unveil a Shelby Mustang. You don't do a whole video game cinematic thing and then drop it down from a helicopter. Like I said before, I felt like I was watching like a Microsoft unveiling or something like that. Who saw this and thought, that's it. That's the kind of marketing we need for our new GT500. So many things they could have done to actually make this unveiling remarkable. Like, who sat down and thought that this was a good marketing technique for the GT500? Alright, we gotta choreograph the unveiling for the new GT500. What do we got? What can we show to get the audience on their feet? Cobras? Nah, Shelby Mustang. It's too obvious. Exhaust notes? Oh, no, they know how loud this car is. I mean, it's a Shelby Mustang. Some track footage? No track footage. And emojis. That's it. That's what we need. God, this unveiling is gonna be a banger. As far as the actual car itself, it looks pretty good. I will say it does look a bit over-designed, but other than that, I think it's a good-looking car. Also, it was mentioned that it is a dual-clutch transmission. I don't know how many gears it is, because it didn't say it is, but it's a dual-clutch. That's a little odd. Disappointing? Not really, because it is a track car, and in the real world, if you want to go fast on a racetrack, dual-clutch is the way to go. I don't know. I would hope that a manual version of the GT500 would come out eventually, but who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait. Hopefully, they'll elaborate on that at some point in the future. Also, a nice track footage video of this car does exist. Ford just chose not to show it during the unveiling of the car. I cannot imagine the reasoning behind that. So anyway, what do you guys think of this whole unveiling? What do you think of the car? The unveiling definitely didn't do this car much justice, but I think we're going to be seeing some great things from this GT500 in the future. Hopefully without any animojis.